We kick things off with the news about the British royal family. The only people who think chess is a representative game. Look, there's me, and there's you, and there's the people who pay us. Yesterday marked Queen Elizabeth's 70th year on the throne, making her the longest-serving monarch in British history, which must be nice for all of those people who've been shouting, "Long live the Queen!" Yeah, because now they can be like, yeah, you see, we did that. Now, as part of the anniversary observance, the family has announced that if and when Queen Elizabeth dies and her son Charles becomes king, his wife Camilla will be crowned alongside him as queen. And I don't know if you remember, but when Camilla first started dating Charles, people said that she could never be queen because their relationship started as an affair. So this is huge. This is a huge, huge deal. And I also think it's the right move because can you imagine how awkward it was going to be otherwise if every time Charles and Camilla walked in a room and the royal announcer would be like, "Presenting the King of England and presenting his side piece." But while I'm sure the royals would love to be focusing on the future of the family, unfortunately, they've been forced to deal with a scandal from their past. You see, for decades, Elizabeth's second son, Prince Andrew, he was rolling deep with Jeffrey Epstein. And after years of fighting allegations that he had done anything wrong, it looks like he's finally throwing in the towel.
Tonight, Prince Andrew dramatically averting a court battle, not admitting liability, but not clearing his name. Virginia Giuffre claimed she was sexually assaulted by the prince when she was 17 years old, trafficked by Epstein.
The 61-year-old prince will pay his accuser, Virginia Giuffre, a reported $10 million and make a substantial donation to her charity in support of victims' rights.
Of course, questions saying, is it Prince Andrew's money? We know that he's sold his Swiss ski chalet, reputedly for about 18 million, but many people saying the Queen is helping to foot the bill.
Yeah, that's right. After years of fighting, Prince Andrew has finally settled with Virginia Giuffre. And although it's not perfect justice, I mean, it is something. You know, to be honest, I almost feel like this guy got off easy because, yeah, it is $10 million, but you're from the royal family. Think about it. $10 million is like one jewel from one of their crowns. And this has got to suck for the Queen. Like, imagine having to use the money that you earned to, well, I guess you didn't, like, earn it, but I mean, imagine, like, working hard your whole life. Oh, well, I mean, she doesn't really work. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. The point is, the Queen didn't get into the royal business to do stuff like this, right? She got into it to steal spices from India. It's about that life. And I can tell you now, this is probably where she misses the days when she could just chop off people's heads. You know, because back in the day, with this thing happening with Andrew, the Queen would have just been like, "Andrew, I dropped my contact lens. Would you bend down and pick it up?" "Where, Mummy?" 10 million saved. Oh, and by the way, the next time your mom complains about you asking her for rent money, you should just show her the story and remind her it could be way worse. But let's move on. If you're tired of the same old dating app scene, where you swipe right on the cute guy, he swindles you out of thousands of dollars, blah, 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 then good news. Tinder is now offering a blind date feature on the app. Yeah, because usually when you're scrolling through people, you first see their picture, right? And then you decide right away whether you're too good looking for them or they're too good looking for you. But now, Tinder is just gonna ask you questions. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna match you with someone based on your responses. Then you have a chat with them. And then, if you both like each other, Tinder will show you their pictures, which is great. Because if they stop talking to you at that point, then you know immediately that you're ugly. And you know, it's so funny how tech companies came out like they're the future. They're gonna show us new things. But then as time goes on, they seem to invent stuff that already exists. Like blind dates. It's the future of dating. No. People in the Middle Ages were like, all our dates are blind. And I'm sorry, but you can't really recreate blind dates unless you also recreate the part where your mutual friend tries to talk the other person up whilst also avoiding their faults. That's a key part of blind dates. Yeah, he's like super good at cooking and he loves to read. Interesting. So does he have a job? As I said, he loves to read. I also have to mention that this blind dating scheme that Tinder's running, this is discriminatory towards hot, dumb, boring people. You realize you're taking away their greatest asset. People with good personalities, they're going to do fine in this situation. They can meet people in person. They can charm them. All some people have is a six-pack. They don't even know that they have a six-pack because they can't count that high.